Here's how Britain's beleaguered Conservative government can save itself, and by example perhaps, the world. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. Britain's outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson campaigned like a Conservative, but ruled like a Joe Biden. Taxes and regulations ballooned. Britain's tax burden is at a 70-year high. Energy costs have exploded as Johnson pursued a radical program for renewables that would have won applause from the likes of U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The UK economy is in shambles, with a recession looming. Inflation is sizzling. The next Prime Minister should do a 180-degree turn by resurrecting the free market spirit of Margaret Thatcher. During Thatcher's tenure as Prime Minister from 1970 to 1990, the UK morphed from the economic sick man of Europe into a global economic powerhouse. The next Prime Minister must pursue like-minded policies. Here are some of the obvious ones. Get rid of Johnson's 2.5% boost in the payroll tax, which is an employment killer and a wrecker of already strained consumer budgets. Not only that, but suspend for a year the entire employee portion of the Social Security rate. Abandon the utterly counterproductive excess profits tax of 25% on oil and gas companies. Britain has the reserves for big increases in production, but this kind of levy is an obvious hindrance and disincentive for needed investment. Send Johnson's expensive, ruinous green policies to the rubbish heap. Natural gas is a clean fuel, and Britain has the potential for plenty of it. Get rid of the 5% consumption tax on energy bills. Johnson had planned to raise the corporate tax rate in the near future from 19% to 26%. Junk that injurious idea and do the opposite. Whack it right away to 15%. That would rapidly revive soggy entrepreneurial spirits. Along the same lines, have or even get rid of the capital gains tax and slash the dividend tax. Reinstate inflation indexing for income taxes. Incredibly, the Johnson government is getting rid of this at a time of roaring rises in prices, which will substantially reduce people's real incomes. As a gesture for getting through these tough times to a happier, more prosperous future, the next inhabitant of 10 Downing Street should brew a big reduction in Britain's beer tax, which is 3 times the European average and 14 times what the suds-loving Germans pay. Now, such a program will be greeted with howls that all this is unaffordable and will stoke inflation. It would do the opposite. It would stoke production. Now, to ease monetary inflation, the Bank of England should informally peg the pound to the dollar and a basket of commodities, including gold. A pro-growth, stable pound program like this would set a sterling example for the rest of the world. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.